Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roysam. I am super excited to continue our series on best practices. Since this show is intended for management, I will keep my remarks quite brief. I write and teach frequently about troubleshooting, a useful skill for almost anyone. The most important characteristic here is humility. Treat everyone as equals, or better yet, as your superior. Everyone knows something about some aspect of machine operations that you and I don't. I have found that often it is the operator that has the key observation that unlocks a problem. Take the trouble to learn how to listen. Take the time to actually listen. If there were one single thing that kills the problem-solving process, it is the stress of telling someone to fix a problem, but not allowing them to change anything of substance. It doesn't matter whether you state up front that, for example, you cannot visit the customer or redesign the product, or that it is merely implied. In either case, the constraints on both thinking and doing pretty much kills the process, even if you give them unlimited time and money to work on it. I have been into about 1,000 plants doing troubleshooting on an incredibly wide array of problems and processes. From those experiences and from watching others successfully and unsuccessfully going through the problem-solving process, I have found a recipe that works pretty well in most cases. You can read the list as well as I, but let me emphasize just two things. First, there is no single root cause for a problem. Rather, there is a single root cause mechanics that has many factors of varying strengths and costs. Second, the determine and decision-making steps must never, ever be inverted. The engineer must determine first the mechanics of a problem without any constraints on what is acceptable. Then, and only then, and usually on a different day, and usually by different people, decide amongst the options allowed or suggested by physics. There are many other best practices. First and foremost is the need for clarity of language. You, your customer, and your supplier alike should all be using the universal language for defects as given in this must-have defect encyclopedia. Second, go to school. Literally. It is doubtful that you have invented a totally brand new problem that is not covered in the dozens of books and hundreds of YouTube clips and thousands of other web handling publications databased in the free internet app, the Roysam Library by Abbott app. Nobody likes paperwork, even if it provides an occupation for many people in your company. I have found that large companies are often worse than working for the government with regard to rules and paperwork. Shown here are just a few of the things that we might have to do before I could even set foot into a meeting room with you. Hopefully, these are simplified and streamlined and minimized to the extent possible. What does add value is clear and concise communications, such as memos and reports. Unfortunately, what few writing skills are taught in school are often poor to begin with and rapidly fall into disrepair due to disuse. Finally, don't forget to database and archive your documents so others in your company don't need to reinvent the wheel. Thank you so very much for joining me in this Best Practices mini-series. This ends, for now, this series. Stay tuned for next week where we will talk about impossible requests. Physically impossible. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found anything interesting or useful here, please like and share and subscribe. See you next time.